picked the engine up, all fresh, ready to go. He's more than happy with it. I think he was quite surprised how good it looked as well, so was we. Just on the way back up now on the M1, but we're stuck behind a gritter. So, I mean, it's 10 degrees now, so it seems a bit weird why they're gritting the M1. Maybe some more bad weather coming before racing. Right, so it's 1 week later. I've got my frame, my wheels back from powder coat, and I've got my engine back from being rebuilt. So let's go make a start putting this bike back together. So we've got all the bits back from powder coat, just going through now, cleaning up any surfaces, getting out any stuff they used to blank off holes, any excess powder coat. There it is. Go through cleaning out the headstock, getting any excess bits of powder coat off and start putting it back together. So just a little bit of a look at where we're at so far. So it's looking more like a bike, still a lot to do. Been mostly cleaning, polishing bits up, fitting new hardware, getting the engine mount sorted so we know where they go for tomorrow. So then hopefully tomorrow getting the engine in. So I've not got my wiring back yet, that's coming back next week. Should be at probably Tuesday or Wednesday. But if we can get the engine in, that would be a nice start for sure. So we've got the wheels over here as well. So they've been done. Clean up where sprockets and discs sit. So I'm waiting for some valve cores and then they can go back together, and a new tyre on the front. We've ordered a new rear as well. That won't be here for the start of the season though, I don't think, but that one's still good. But we have got one on order. See what happens tomorrow.
With 18 plus as with content streamed via internet. Full terms apply. Right now at absolutestudio.co.uk you can win an incredible Cheltenham experience for you and your mates thanks to Virgin Bet. Because what good is a prize if you can't share it? Get to our website now for a chance to main market, win part of each way bet. Use free bet in 7 days on sportsbook. T's and C's apply. 18 plus, bet responsibly. BeGambleAway.org. Absolute Radio.
Alright, a couple of holes in here. Keep the tyre around with it.
Right, so I haven't done much videoing. I think the last you saw we had engine in the frame, bits like the exhaust and radiator fitted. And we've got quite a bit more done since then. So we've got all the wiring in, we've actually had to do that twice. We fitted it all, we'd routed it a bit different to before, just to try and give a bit more clearance. It looked like it was going to work until we went to put the throttle bodies on and went to put the last plug, and it was nowhere near. So we had to take all the wiring off, reroute it the original way and get it all back on. But that's all done now, wiring's all in, routed how it should be. Wheels are in, tyres are on, front and rear brake are on. We've got a bit of messing about with the front brake to do yet, just waiting on some bits. Bodywork is done, but we've not collected it yet. So let's see what we can get done today.
There's another wire, that and that, on there. So it should make the pump run. Oh, get some water in it. Alright, just before we do that, let's turn the ignition on. Neutral, right?
Yeah.
And neutral, right?
Should have one, yeah. It does.
Try again.
Try it.
Let the oil settle and then we check the oil. Right.
so might as well give you a bit of a close-up of the bike. I've not seen it too much. It moved along quite quick since the last videos we've done, so it's mostly back together. It looks like a motorbike again. So we've got obviously powder coated front and rear wheels, chassis, engine's now fresh after we blew that up last year. The wiring has all been gone through and neatened up. Need to tape that up because I've been in there since. We've got a fresh chain on it this season. We've got some new bits like brake pads, and all the oil and everything like that comes from Steve Cope at TK Moto down in Colchester. So thanks to them again for helping. They've helped us out for 3 or 4 seasons now. Glad they've come back on board again for this season. I've also broke my tooth since last year, so that's great. So I broke it in school and I've had a cap on it, but the cap came off the other week, so I need to get that sorted. It's quite annoying. But just on the TK Cope Moto thing, so Steve is actually a customer of my dad. That's how we met, really. And I do happen to, my dad happens to have Steve's bike in the workshop at the minute, so let's have a bit of a look. So 7-inch slick and wheelie bar, same as mine, but the engine platform is a bit different. So it's actually a Yamaha snowmobile engine, a bit different. Better look at the pipe works in there. So it's 700cc. It's a different engine now. He had a stock engine in it when he first did it. I think he just dipped into the 9s. He doesn't necessarily race it. He just does like run what he brings and plays about with it. We go and help him with it and tune it. It's all in the clutch, which is all under here. You can't really see it, but yeah, so it's got variable clutches. It's just all about tuning springs and weights and ramps and all of that kind of stuff. Just trying to get more RPM off a line, get it to come in harder. Obviously then it's single speed, so it's just flat out the whole way. But it's a pretty cool bike. It's pretty loud. Obviously 2-stroke, all carbon body. Pro joint and TK Cope on the back there. So that's Steve's bike. It's Steve that's been helping me with this as well. So the fairings on mine, he had one for this as well, and I liked it, so I thought I'm going to get one of them. And the seat unit is what was originally mounted on that before we got that carbon fibre bodywork, so he gave me that as well. So he's been helping us for quite a long time, really. It's cool to have his bike next. We've got a new rear tyre on order. It's not going to be here for the first round, unfortunately, but we've got a brand new front, courtesy of Furlong tyres. So again, they've helped us out as well. So thanks to Paul Furlong. They normally do give us a bit of help. All powder coating was by Marriott Coatings. So they're shop blasted and powder coated, just so it looks nice and fresh and all sparkly brand new. So obviously the engine was built again by Sam, who did it before. So I think you can see, I don't know if you can see just in the cylinder head there. That's when he did it originally, 0310. And then we've got another mark now down here. Just in there on the back of the cases, 0224. So not bad for 14 years between rebuilds. Got help with some parts for the engine as well. Bennett Engine Data Analysis, he helped us out with some bits. And Mark at Performance Unlimited supplied some other bits as well. So again, very grateful for them helping out. So we've got a shiny new front master cylinder as well, courtesy of Baz. So we've got that. I've got some hose coming for it tomorrow, so we can get that bled up. Some and nothing as well. We've got new radiator hoses, but I'm chuffed to have them on because the last ones were scabby and horrible and I hated them. Alright, so just starting to go through it now, make sure everything's tight, everything's pretty much back together. There's a couple of bits I'm waiting on. I've got some hose coming for the front brake. We've got a new master cylinder. We've got a bit of wiring that we've got to sort as well. Got some bits coming for that tomorrow. And other than that, she's pretty much there. Obviously we had it running yesterday, did a first heat cycle, just to get the water in it, get that bled up. All that seemed happy. It was still dry after. Temperature came up as it should. So we're happy so far. It's now 17th of March, so 2 weeks today is elimination day for the first round of the championships. We are entered, I think there's I think there's 20 bikes as well, so it should be quite a good field for the first meeting. We've got some foreign people coming over as well. I think there's some from Netherlands and all stuff like that. So it should be quite good. They bring some quite cool bikes over sometimes. I think there's a few that came over last year that are coming back again. Yeah, so we've only got 2 weeks to go now, well, a week and a half, and we'll be at the track really. They've changed the first event a little bit, so it's normally a Thursday test day, Friday and Saturday qualifying, and Sunday eliminations. But because we've had so much bad weather recently, we've had a lot of rain, and yeah, so all the fields are flooded. And first round is normally quite a big event. Some big cars there, Pro Mod's normally there, a couple of Top Fuel cars and stuff like that. So it does draw quite a big crowd. So what they've done, they've rescheduled it slightly. So we're still racing at the same event. It's not called Festival of Power. I think it's Festival of Power rescheduled or something like that. And they've just moved the big classes so that it doesn't draw the big crowd, because all the camping fields are flooded. There's no camping for spectators, unfortunately. It doesn't necessarily affect us, other than it's now just a 2-day event rather than a 3. So they've moved the test day to Friday, which we have booked on for. We've got qualifying Saturday and then eliminations on Sunday. A bit less track time, but better than nothing, better than cancelling the event. So we'll see how that happens. They did do it last season as well. They did move, or they swapped the first 2 events, but I think they kept it as a 3-day meeting still last season. But it is what it is. A few bits to check over, and like there'll be handlebars to reset up and where brake levers are and all that kind of stuff. I'll do that when I'm on the bike at the track. I'm just going to ride it around a bit in the pit, make sure air shifter works and all that kind of stuff, and see how we get on really. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously it was a bit last minute doing all of this kind of stuff, but yeah, I'm glad it's done. It's needed doing for a long time, and it looks a lot better for it. I think this bike was originally built in 2002, and it's kind of been used, not non-stop, but a good amount of years since then. This was actually built to race against my dad back in the day. George that built it, he's a real close family friend as well. So even now I've been sending him pictures of it, how we're going through it and what we're doing and that kind of stuff. But George campaigned it for quite a few years. He did pretty well on it. My dad borrowed it one season, and he won the championship on it. That was pretty cool. I think we both won the championship that year. I think I won junior drag bike and he won Super Twin Top Gas, if I remember rightly. I know we both won an event at the same time. That was pretty cool. I think I was only 8 or 9. I must have been 8. And I was paired before him, so I ran my final, and then he was sat in the burnout watching, and I won, and then he won after me as well, so that was pretty cool. So other than that, the bike's pretty much always been the same. It didn't have this engine in it originally. We put the bigger engine in it, more because it's what we had at the time when we broke the other one. I fitted that fairing since, and other than that, it's always had the bodywork that it had on it last season, and we have actually changed it for this year. So that's the way it painted at the minute, and we should have it back this week. So the original body, where is the original body? There's the side fairing. Where is the body? In here? Nope. No idea. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the original body has been on it for years. It's kind of a 3-piece seat unit. And the one that we've put on is a similar shape. It's like the TL Booster shape rear. It's 1-piece fiberglass. Covers more of the frame, comes back to the adjusters and a bit further up. Yeah, so I'm excited to see the bodywork on, because I've not seen that on properly in, obviously, the colour. The chassis was still grey when we fitted it, and it was just in primer. So it'd be cool to see that. Fairing is the same as we were on last season, but again, that's been painted, so that's all nice and gloss black now. And we've got some vinyl as well to make it into our colours, so pink and green. Yeah, so the vinyl we've got, one of my best friends has donated that as well, just to help out a little bit. So George at Remembrance Memorials supplied the vinyl for us else as well. When we had this bike rewired, it uses the standard clocks. So we've got standard clocks. All we used on there was the RPM and the temperature gauge. Temperature gauge have been playing about a little bit. It'd be all right when you we warm it up before a pass. So when we get to the end of the pairing lanes, warm it up. But then as soon as I got into the burnout box and it saw any RPM or wheel speed or whatever it was, it'd just go into a fault mode and just start flashing. So I wouldn't know what temperature was on the pass or going through the traps or anything like that. It never caused an issue, but obviously I need to know how hot it is. So that's been repaired. He says there was a wire in the temperature switch, I think one had just broke or come loose or something. So we've got that fixed for this season. We've also got a neutral light now on the side, which we didn't have, which is nice, and oil pressure light, which is probably a good idea. Alright, so something I just thought of is we have to sump plug and oil filter need to be lock wired, which I haven't done yet, so I might as well do that now. Yeah, so we haven't got Blade. We do actually have Grace, who's Blade's girlfriend. She's moving up from juniors this year. She's on a Hayabusa, and she did pretty well in juniors as well. She was always kind of one of the top ones, so I think she'll probably, once she gets good to the bike, I think she'll be one to watch for as well. I think it's like a stock frame thing, but they've bolted on like a rear end similar to this, so that runs a slick as well, so that's a pretty cool looking thing. We've got Brett, he's an ET again as well, but he's not on the Hayabusa this year. He is on one of his dad's old bikes, so that's a slick and bar bike this year. It's his dad's old pro stock bike, has obviously not got a pro stock engine in it. It's got like a stocky Bandit GSXR type engine in it. Not sure what it's going to run really. He's got quite big ideas for his Busa, so they thought they'd take the time and do that over some years and have a go on something different in the meantime. Don't know how he fits on it because he's quite big and his dad's quite little, but he has rode it before quite a few years ago. I've been sending him pictures of this and he's been sending me pictures, and I sent him one yesterday of this running, and it doesn't sound like they're that close with getting it running. I'm sure they'll still make it. Bend that out of the way. So you still stab yourself, but it's a bit harder to do.
It's been so long I didn't see you on mine. Yeah, we were kids, baby, the time flew by. I mean, we didn't really had a fight. We were never really said goodbye. I can see your face, see your face, see your face, see your face. We just need some peace of mind. I got a feeling we will be alright. I wanna live with you by your side. Do you feel the same? Look in my eyes, into my heart. Love, been waiting too long to finding the one. I would do everything you ask in my love. To my heart, I know I'm everything you bring. I'm everything you bring for my love. I've been waiting too long to finding the one. I would do everything you ask in my love. We've been in a lot lately, asking my love. Just look in my eyes, I know we need time. I know I'm everything you pray for my love. Been waiting too long to finding the one. I would do everything you ask in my love.
Alright, so it's Sunday, 24th of March, so that's 1 week before first round of the championship for the 2024 season. So a week today will be Eliminations Day at Santa Pod for first round. Just at the unit now, putting the final touches on the bike. It's all back together. There's a few little bits to finish. Other than that, it's complete. It could run as it is now. So we've just put
our little touch on it. So our team colours have always been black, pink and green. So I've always wanted the bike in that colour. Obviously it was just carbon fibre wrapped. So we've had all the bodywork painted, fresh bodywork. Just put our little touch on it with the graphics. So here it is. So like I say, a few little touches to finish. Got a seat pad coming. That's coming this week. Get that on there. The side stripes I'm not sure about yet. So they're just on roughly. Obviously they're not stuck down properly yet. The rest of it I'm really happy with. It's how I kind of wanted it. We've got, that's actually my first bike up there from when I was 8. So that's similar kind of design. Green bottom, pink stripe, and then the rest black. So I knew that's what I wanted. It's been a bit of a ball ache doing it, but it's all good. So we've got a couple of sponsor stickers on as well. So obviously the Pro Joint, that's where we are now. That's my dad's business. And EDA, so where I work. Ben's helped us out with getting some bits for the engine. They're on there. I've got a couple more coming. I need one of Steve's, so I need one of them. I've got some coming as well from other places. They'll get put on when they get here. But other than that, it's ready to go. Engine rebuilt, rewired. We sorted that issue with the air shifter out as well. Just some wires that got took out that we needed, but a miscommunication. So I made us another little loom, sent it the next day, and plugged it in, and it's all working as it should. Powder coated wheels, frame, everything's polished. Fairing's the same as last year, but it's painted. Obviously, the seat unit's different. I need to get some just gloss black wrap, just for the airbox really. Fresh hoses, got a battery coming, a new chain, new brakes, exhaust painted, new fancy master cylinder, now all bled up. So other than those final little touches that we need, either parts or stickers or whatever they be, the bike's done, ready to race on Friday, or at least test on Friday. So I think we've got 22 entered into the meeting, so a good field, be a good array of bikes, a lot of different nationalities as well, which is quite cool with our class. And I think we are, again, the biggest bike field at the event. So provided nothing happens this week, that is the bike ready for the first meeting of the season. So next time you see it, probably be at the track or on the way to the track. So we'll see what happens this weekend.